Hey y'all, happy Friday. It is truly a TGIF for me, so come on in and sit a spell this evening. Oh, come on in and get you a big hot bowl of these brown grits I'm serving up this evening. I have had a busy week, but I am grateful and I am thankful. I shared on yesterday that I started working on my third contract work position this week. And so one of the things I had been praying for was contract work, 1099, W-9 only, no W-2s. And I also had been praying for visibility with my brand and my business here in Tampa. So the this particular position definitely has postured me to meet some amazing people and really put me in a strategic place to grow my brand and get my message of wellness, health, and beauty out to the Tampa, Hillsborough, and Central Florida community. So to God be all the glory, all praises to the Most High Yah. And so today is 18. I'm legal. Today is day 18 out of 30 days straight of creating and uploading content to my YouTube channel. So those of you that have been coming on and watching me, even though it's few, but you are the fabulous few, honey. These 3, 4, 5 views, some of them 10, 12, even up to 22 or 25 on my highest one in these last 18 days. I don't take it lightly. People don't have to do what they do. So thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. Please continue to like, comment. If you haven't subscribed, if you're new, subscribe and tell somebody about me. I appreciate you. So on yesterday, I'm finishing up the story about my BBL client who made a dispute against me. In the last month and a half, she made a dispute against me for $314. And while $314 is not a lot of money, it's a significant amount of money at this point in my life when I am healing from financial distress. And it's critical. It was a critical thing. So if you have not seen what happened, please watch Content Creator Chronicles day 17, which was yesterday, where I explained the backdrop of what happened. But basically, one of my BBL / lipo 360 with / breast augmentation, she got all 3 services, and I was referred by this world-renowned cosmetic surgeon to come and take care of her. We had disagreement, so I only ended up serving her one day, and she had already paid me for that one day, so we called it quits. She didn't pay me the remainder of the balance because I only did half the service, so we just called it even. And I got a notification a few weeks ago from Square. She paid me via Square that she was disputing the charge with her bank so that she could get her money back. And she disputed it. I refuted the dispute, sent in my invoice, sent in the text messages, screenshots, so on and so forth. And she won the dispute. And so Square gave her back the $314, which I had to. Now my account is in the negative because I didn't have any money in my Square account. So about $314. And I was sharing with you all on yesterday how my initial response, I was so angry. I was furious because I had worked so hard and done so much manual physical labor for this woman. And so for her to say she didn't get the services that she paid for, oh my God, it made me so angry. Y'all ever get so angry? And this is me really just sharing my level of human that I have to deal with sometimes. That you imagine yourself doing something horrible to the person or wishing the most horrible thing and heinous things that what could happen to that person so they can know how they hurt you or how they wronged you. And that's the kind of thoughts that I was having, like flooded. And one of the things that I'm learning, when you get rushed with feeling like that, an emotion of intensity to do something, even it can be something good, but especially when it's something evil and bad, you know it's demons. Like, you know it's demons influencing you and pushing you to do something crazy. And that's what I was having. I wished the worst on her, and I had to restrain myself from, because she had shared with me about her beautiful little girl that she has. And I had to restrain myself from thinking negative thoughts even to that degree. And I hate to share this, but I know I'm not the only one, because I've been in the ministry for a long time. People have made many, probably hundreds, if not 1,000 confessions to me that I will take to the grave. And I'm telling you, people, we think horrible, heinous things. And it was just that intense how angry and hurt I was. But immediately I was sharing with you on yesterday, and this is a true testimony, and I pray that it helps you in the future, or maybe even now if you're going through something similar, that you will calm down and you will let the Spirit of God rule and reign in you and do what the scriptures teaches us as the children of God to do. But even in the heat of the vengeance that I was feeling, I could hear the still small voice. I could hear, agree with thine adversary quickly. Agree with thine adversary quickly. And I've learned that the longer it takes you to come into agreement with truth, the more of the chances are that you will lean to your own understanding and do your own thing and make a whole mess of your life. Okay? So, especially me coming out of all the hardship that I've been in. So I know I'm on the end of that. I know I've already crossed the threshold into my wealthy place. And so I know the enemy was rushing me with these sensations of anger and fury and rage and vengeance so that he could set me back and postpone my wealthy place. And I heard that scripture and I had to breathe. I took some deep breaths. And I have learned that you have to bless them, that use you and speak all manner of evil of you and despitefully use you. You have to bless them. You have to speak well over them. And as hard as it was for me, I kept hearing that scripture, agree with thine adversary quickly. And I was trying to quote it on yesterday, but I found it because I want to read it to you today. In Matthew chapter 5, I had said chapter 7, but it's Matthew chapter 5. And it says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 25, agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. So basically, God taught me years ago that when, like, let's say a creditor or someone accuses you, or it could be a person, another human, when they, it says agree with thine adversary quickly. So when a person is coming against you, saying negative things, or, in this case, she's disputing, saying that I didn't pay her. He's saying to the Spirit of Christ is saying here, teaching us as kingdom culture to agree with them quickly. Don't get in no dispute. Don't bother trying to take them to court. Don't try to prove yourself. Just come into agreement. Pay what they're saying. Pay, especially if you can. And because if you don't agree quickly, that they would deliver thee to the judge, and then the judge to the officer. And then, so he's letting us know that when we get into these disputes, especially with worldly people, it can really cost us, and it can invoke demonic and satanic activity over our life. We can become imprisoned. And so this can be literal. Okay, they can take you to court. It could ultimately, depending on what it is, end in jail time. But I believe that Christ here is speaking of in the spirit, deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into a prison because you don't agree quickly. Okay, and I'm coming out of prison. I've been to hell and back 10 times in the last year and a half. And I don't have any intention of going back to a mental, financial, emotional prison for nobody. And I began to feel my heart rate go down. I began to feel a peace come over me. I immediately started thinking well wishes over her daughter. Even when I couldn't come up with it for her, I started coming up with well wishes for her daughter. And the more I had well wishes in my heart and mind for her daughter, I started to be able to have them for her, because she's the one got to take care of her daughter. So of course I want her to be well too, so she can do great things for her, and her daughter can be the beneficiary of it. Little girl, pretty little girl. And I'm telling you, the devil is something else. And I began to just wish well over her, speak well over her, wish her blessings. She's an entrepreneur herself. She's a stylist. She has a salon there in, I think she's in Fresno, California. Most of my clients from there come from California. And I just began speaking well over her. And then God began to show me it's not a loss. This is not a loss. $314 is not a loss. It is a seed. As you bless her, as you speak well over her, as you leave her to me to deal with, and you go on about your way, you render blessings over her life and her business, it becomes a seed into you. Y'all, I kid you not. That was that morning on my prayer walk. And by the time I got out of the prayer walk and had taken a shower and come back, I had 3 assessments to do. I get $110 per assessment. I had 3 assessments to do come to me in the next couple of hours after I blessed her and came out of that spiritual warfare attack over my mind and heart to curse her and take vengeance. And by the end of the day, I had a total of 6. Yeah, within 24 hours, I had a total of 6 assessment. That was $700. And then that same day, I had to go to St. Pete to sit with an Alzheimer's patient from 10 to 5, which he was paying me $175 for that. And he invited me back 3 more Tuesdays after that. In less than 12 hours, I recovered, let's see, 175 times 4. That's 400 times 75 times 4. It was like $1,200 in one day. Like $1,200 in one day came to me after I released 314. In less than 12 hours. In less than 12 hours, $1,200 came back to me. And then after that, I kept getting more assessments from my company. And then I got an offer. A friend of mine told somebody else in the county that runs this program, the director was sharing with a friend of mine that I don't know this director, but the friend of mine, that she was looking for an RN to do some contract work, and then the friend referred me to her. So that position is another $560 a week. So y'all, $314, and I landed a third 1099 contract and recouped the $314 and then some by having $1,200 worth of work assigned to me in one day, plus the contract, which is ongoing, the $560 a week. I can't make this stuff up. I agreed with my adversary, and I said that in my confession. I agree, and that this $314 is a seed. It is no money. It is a seed in my life. And God, if she needed it that bad, I thank you that she's able to get it back. I'm grateful that she won. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I started saying. And that's just the boost that I needed. And I had even said I need to be able to sow seed because I got to get some money circulating so money can come back to me. And so I had gifted a spiritual daughter, a friend of mine in Zimbabwe. I sent her some money in MoneyGram, $75 in my money. And she received like 1,100 in South African rand because our money goes fast over there. And in my mind, that was the seed, but God created me a bigger seed for an even bigger return. The enemy does not want us to do what these red words say, y'all. But honey, I'm telling you, you can't beat God-given, no matter how you try, okay? And the enemy, just know that when you feel rushed to do something, when you feel that rushed and that pushing and that pressing to do something, especially something wicked or something evil, something vengeful, the enemy trying to put you in a prison. He is trying to put you in a prison. He is trying to put you in bondage. So we are not responding. We are walking in the spirit that we don't fulfill the lust of our flesh. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. And I literally, first I was thinking initially, it's like it's amazing the phases you go through. Because at first I was thinking, okay, God, you gonna get her. I won't get her, so you can get her. But now I don't even want God getting her. Like when you come through the fullness, when your faith, which worketh by love, you don't even want to see the person punished. You don't even want to see the person punished. You don't want to see them have loss. Because who is it gonna hurt? She got a little girl, it's gonna hurt her daughter. You know? If she lacks, her daughter lacks. That's how I look at it. So anyway, honey, I enjoyed y'all this day. Thank you for coming and spending a little time with me. And thank you so much for showing up for me every day. I'm looking so forward to continuing to serve you with content and share some things that I'm going through. This is therapy for me. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy talking about it because I know that it could help somebody. I'm on social media. I'm on YouTube as well. And I got people that I watch and I look forward to hearing what them talk about their life, sharing different things, sharing food they love, sharing places they've gone, sharing makeup tips, hygiene, self-care, entrepreneur experience, their experience on YouTube. I enjoy it. And I'm so thankful to God for leveling the playing ground through social media and the internet. So anyway, like I said, I enjoyed your little stay. Day 19 is tomorrow. Day 18, I'm legal. Okay? And to God be all the glory. Y'all, please, please, please always treat people right. I love you and God bless.